Good morning, Facebook friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys? Just wanted to come to you with some breaking news, but as I was about to do this, I was told that I have to come into the studio to record a like a commercial tease. So I'm going to get with you in just a moment for those of you who are watching. So, hi guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Mark Carter. Mark Carter. I love you, Mark Carter. Listen, I am going to be telling you some new details. Police are telling us that they have 2 people of interest in the Jussie Smollett case. So I've got details I'm going to share with you in just a moment. Just hang still, guys, because I have to do this tease here really quickly, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to share with the information, but I figured I'd just give this a moment to let you all catch up with me. Hey, Belinda, I'm so sorry. I didn't have a chance to really talk to you. We got some breaking news going on this morning.
I saw you doing your hardcore reporter thing.
Say hi. It's my Facebook friends watching right now.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, she's doing a segment here with us this morning on
port and delicious things to eat and drink for Valentine's Day. So if anyone's hungry, I have plenty.
All right. You brought the part.
Where's the port?
Look at this, guys. I'm going to get to you in your breaking news. Hang on a second here. So she's doing this, and I have to do a commercial here really quickly. So, okay, so here's what I can tell you right now, because I know you're waiting to hear the news. So here, first of all, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys are having a good day, and that you're planning something for your loves. So the news today, we've got a couple of things going on here, but the big case right now is the Jussie Smollett case. That is the actor from the Empire show on Fox, where he says that he was attacked in Streeterville on a case of homophobia and racism. He said he was attacked, that he was punched in the face, that somebody tied a noose around his neck, that the bleach was poured on his head, and police have been actively pursuing this case. Well, now today, I got a call while I was on the show, and we were trying to confirm this. I got a call at like 7:30 this morning, but I was trying to develop this, but I couldn't do anything because we were trying to get a confirmation. So I found out, and believe me, it was killing me. You guys know me. So I found out that, and we have been able to confirm that police do have 2 people that they are talking to at 51st and Wentworth. That's the old Area 1. No, I'll do it. I'm going to put this on hold. Hey, guys, I got to do this tease. Hang on a second. Hang on a moment.
Can you turn on your mic? Okay, stand by.
The bottle of wine is in the picture here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thought we got it all.
There you go. Say hi, Scott.
Hi, everybody. Woohoo!
Hey, guys, hang on a second here. I got to do this tease.
Okay, now we're good. Now we're good.
All right, stand by.
Ah, wait. Hang on a second.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Coming up tomorrow morning on Good Day Chicago, we're going to have more on the latest twist in that Jussie Smollett investigation.
Also, stand-up comedian and actor Sinbad joins us live in studio.
Those stories plus all the day's news, weather, and traffic tomorrow morning starting at 4 a.m. Is that good?
Good.
Okay,
Thanks,
great.
guys.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. All right, back to business, guys. Okay, let me take you back this way. Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, so here's what I know. I'm going to show you. It's hard for me to do this while I'm not sitting still. Hang on a minute. I want to show you guys something. If you remember, we had released this footage. Ask Brian to pull up the photograph. So here's the deal. Hey, man. Hey, Brian. Brian. Remember I talked to Brian? Could you do me a big favor? I'm live on Facebook right now. Okay. Could you bring up the pictures that police released that they say they have these 2 individuals on custody? Could you show me the images? So, guys, remember when the police department released these images of 2 people that they said they wanted to speak with because they felt that they may know something in this related to this Jussie Smollett attack that he alleges happened in the Streeterville neighborhood. He said he went to go get a Subway sandwich. I think it was around 2 o'clock in the morning. It was early morning hours when he said he was attacked. So the police went in that area and they were scouring all of the cameras in that area, and they were able to come up with a couple of, and he's in the middle of trying to find it. So they released these photographs, if you remember. Hang on a second, guys. He's trying to pull it up. This is from our, hang on a second here.
Next time, give me a heads up.
I'm sorry, this is live. You know how that goes. Okay, so this is the area, right, where he said the attack happened, right? So this is this is under Lower Wacker. If you guys have ever played video games or watched in movies, there's a lot of filming in Lower Wacker. It's not a heavily traveled area for those of you who are not in Chicago watching. Someone just said that they're watching from Connecticut and Arizona. So this is the area where this attack allegedly took place. There aren't a lot of people there in that area at that time of day, but you can see that there's like a parking garage here. So there are a lot of cameras, and for those of you who don't know, Streeterville is a posh area. It's a shishi area. It's expensive real estate. So there are a tremendous amount of very good cameras in that area. Police said that they have scoured a lot of the cameras. In fact, there were 6 in that area that my sources tell me were in that area, and they could not find any one of them capturing any of this attack that he said happened. So they've been asking for the public to come forward, and then they released this picture of, and Brian's trying to find that picture for you. They released a picture of these 2 individuals that were walking down the street, and they said, we're looking for these 2 people. This is it right here. So those 2 people, which you really can't see very much. I mean, anybody looking from far away, because these people could be homeless, they could be people who live in the neighborhood, have nothing to do with this.
All right.
Okay, and Stacy is saying just because the story doesn't make sense to you, don't mean it didn't happen. All right, Stacy. So anyway, so these 2 people police were looking for, and obviously you can't see faces, anything about that. So today I got 2 tips from police sources who said that they were talking to 2 people at area, it used to be Area 1, the old Area 1, which is now considered Area Central. So we called the police department, and initially they said nothing. They said no, they didn't have anybody in custody. So we were like, okay, is that a matter of semantics or what? People in custody or people of interest, which one? So we sent them back a message, and then they did tweet it out that indeed they have 2 people at that location in relation to the Jussie Smollett case. But when I spoke with the actual person who's the spokesperson this morning from CPD, he's the spokesperson, he said the 2 people they have are the 2 people they believe are in that picture, the picture I just showed you. But that doesn't necessarily mean, let's keep this in perspective. That doesn't mean that these people are suspects. That doesn't mean that they had anything to do with the attack. That just means that they believe that these may be the people who were on the pictures there. These could be people who are just walking down the street. We don't know. I'm going to read some of your comments this morning because a lot of you watching right now, tuning in. Let's see here. Well, thank you very much for the compliments on the top here. And Sue says, you're missing my reporting. Do you guys know it was killing me to sit up on the anchor desk today because I wanted to get to the bottom of this and like find out what the heck was going on, and I couldn't get off the set. And as much as I love doing what I do, I just was like, it was killing me to get, you know how I am, you guys. You guys are my Facebook friends. You know how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to read some of the comments about Jussie this morning here. Amelia Knight says, let's talk about the MF that got beat up in Connecticut. You're talking about Jason Van Dyke, and that's what we're looking into as well. Let's see here. Okay. Phyllis says, I thought the 2 guys on video were homeless men. Well, it's very possible they could have been. And Desmond Ferguson says, I know that area. I used to take Lower Wacker to work all the time. Stacy Marie saying, just because the story doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean it didn't happen. Karen Ali says, cut to the chase, please. I was trying. And then Johnny says, I think it was an online dating hookup gone wrong. Hopefully they'll be able to flush it out, but I got to imagine if they think that these individuals had something to do with the attack, they'd have to stand in a lineup, and then Jussie Smollett would have to do a positive identification on them if he's able to even do that. So, and again, these are the individuals who are on tape. This doesn't necessarily mean that these were individuals who had anything to do with an attack on him. So at that point, Chaparral Faulkner, Jussie Smollett case has 12 detectives working on it. My son was murdered on March 4th of 2016 and only has 2 detectives working on it. CPD priorities are effed up. Solve the 7,077 unsolved murders in Chicago. And thank you, Chaparral. I want to say this. I have to agree with her on this, because if this, and you know, he was on Good Morning America and he was talking about the fact that he hates the fact that people are accusing him of lying. But the fact is, police need evidence to back up his claims. And if the evidence doesn't exist, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It just means that they don't have the evidence. So as much as they try, and they feel like they're being, I think, hampered in this case because they've asked him for phone records. He didn't want to give it. That's understandable. But you don't want to hand over your phone, but what about the phone records? Then he hands over the phone records and they're heavily redacted. In other words, somebody scratched out or covered up in black images that they couldn't see. That's not very helpful to an investigation. If you are the victim, you want to give police as much as they can to help solve this case. My problem with this whole thing, and just what Chaparral said, is if this did not happen, then, and Superintendent Eddie Johnson said, if this did not happen, and he said this on our air, if this did not happen, they will prosecute it. They will charge him with lying. But, you know, he didn't say him. He just said, if it doesn't happen, if it turns out that this did not happen, there could be charges. That's what he said to us, okay? He didn't specifically say Jussie would be charged. He didn't say anything of that. So I got to be careful what I'm saying here. But what I am also saying is that there are a lot of man hours working on this case. And if it didn't happen, okay, not cool, because we have real murder victims, real shooting victims, we have rape victims, we have people that need these detectives working on their cases. And to dedicate 12 detectives, if that's what you're saying, I don't know how many detectives are working on this, but to dedicate the amount of resources that the police department is dedicating to this case, it is taking away from the other cases that are just as important to other people who have been victimized or who have lost loved ones. So that, what you're saying, Chaparral, I completely agree with you and understand your frustration. Your child's murder was not solved and has not been solved. And we're now going on 3 years for you. And here you got 2 detectives and this case has 12. So I can understand your frustration. That is a legitimate frustration. Let's see what else some of you are saying. Hey, Anita, I pray he didn't because I despise liars. And Valerie Robertson saying, yes, so many women are coming up missing too. Yeah, that's another thing. We have missing people as well. John Pugdalao, hi, John. If it turns out to be bogus, there needs to be charges filed, and it was a waste of valuable police resources. 100% agree with you on that. Tammy LaCourse Kaya says if this didn't happen, he should be charged with a hate crime, just like they're saying this case was. You know, and here's what bothers me about this case, and this is you and I, you know, talking and stuff, but what bothers me about this case is, like, this is not MAGA country, okay? This is not, he says that they punched him in the face and yelled MAGA, make America great again. This is not. This is Chicago. We very rarely have homophobic attacks. We very rarely have people walking around with red hats that say make America great again. And those who do, they're typically not walking around saying MAGA and all this other stuff. So when I heard this, I was like, first of all, we're not MAGA country. This is not Kentucky. This is not Nashville. This is not Louisiana, okay? This is Chicago. And it just does not sound like anything coming out of Chicago. So immediately people were suspect of the information and, you know, questioning, because we see here in Chicago how these resources are being diverted to this case, and we've got all these other cases that are unsolved. So let's get to the bottom of this and let's find out what really happened. Now, I will say this. He was on Good Morning America, a competition, which I don't understand why he would give an interview to Good Morning America, an ABC station, when he has a Fox show. Why wouldn't you give the interview to a Fox local affiliate? I get it. Okay, maybe he feels like the Fox is not going to play fair because it's a conservative network. But we are a local TV station, and we don't do things the way the network does their thing. We do our own thing here at Fox 32. So, I mean, I would have thought he would have at least gone to a Fox local affiliate and given his story, but instead he went to Good Morning America, an ABC station, an ABC company. So, I don't know about that. So that's not sitting really well with me on that. But anyways, that's his choice to do what he wants to do. Reading some of your comments again here. Desmond Ferguson says, Illinois has always been a blue state. And Tawana Chanel says, Chicago gets a whole lot of visitors. And who says they're from Chicago? Who says they are from Chicago? Alexis Valdez says, people who are all about MAGA generally don't watch Empire, so how would they know who he is? Great point right there. You make a very good point. Jennifer Richards Hill says his manager was on the phone and said he heard it. Claimed he heard it. But we don't know because he redacted a lot of that information. Adonis says she's right. They don't put enough detectives on shooting cases, murder victims, shooting victims. My daughter's case had only 2 detectives and they had 2 possible shooters. Teresa King says, so they did find where the threatening letter came from that was sent to 32. No, we never got the letter here at Fox 32. The letter that was taped together by newspaper article clippings that was supposedly threatening him, that letter went to his studio where they do the recordings, not here at Fox 32. So just so you know. So anyway, he committed a misdemeanor. How will his phone records help? The whole story is BS. I called it from the start. Hi, Brian. That's you. Brian, I enjoy reading your posts, by the way, on your personal page. You crack me up. They're hilarious, actually. I know some people might find them offensive, but I actually think they're kind of funny. And how did he get his ribs broken? That's the other thing. What happened? What was going on? Did it happen the way he said it happened? Was something happened, but did it happen the way he said it happened? And the one thing that really bothers me is like, okay, just as a reporter, because you think and you question things, the rope around his neck, who goes to the emergency room with the rope around their neck still? To me, that's kind of like, that's like another thing. I'm like, okay, if I was attacked, and I can't say because I've never been victimized like that, but if I was attacked and after the attack and I looked at myself in the mirror because I'm an actor, I got to look at my face because my face is my moneymaker. I'm going to look at my mirror and I'm going to see in the mirror and I'm going to see that rope around my neck. I'm going to take that damn thing right off of my neck. And I would say this was the rope that was around my neck. I wouldn't walk around with the rope on my neck. I don't know. It's just, I know people are shocked and they don't know what they're doing sometimes, but like if I'm an actor and my face is my moneymaker, believe me, I'm running to a mirror as soon as I can, or my cell phone, and look and see what kind of damage they did to my face. And I know I'm going to see a rope around my neck. So I don't know. So there are a lot of things that are not adding up. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying, where's the evidence? So let's find out. Let's get to the bottom of it and let's stop. Justin, I love what you just wrote there, Justin. That was funny. So let's get to the bottom of it. Let's figure it out. But I got to get into the morning meeting because they're meeting without me, and I need to get in there. So they're talking, but they're probably waiting to hear from me a little bit about what we should probably do. So I'm going to get off here right now and say goodbye. But I wanted to say good morning to you guys and bring you the news as I try to. And happy Valentine's Day to you guys. And if you have a lover or a husband or a wife, make sure that they know how much you care about them. If you have a child, let them know how much they're important to you. And if you have a friend that doesn't have anybody, make sure you reach out to them and tell them that they are loved. I say spread more love in the world because we need more love than we certainly need hate, right? All right, guys, have a wonderful day and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.